Somebody said, I heard a comment or something, or read an article. Somebody saying that we're becoming more peaceful, more civilized, and more enlightened. I beg to differ. They somehow believe there's a group of academics out there that somehow believe that humans are becoming more civilized, more educated, and that somehow we're making progress psychologically. We're becoming more enlightened. But I don't think that's the case. You know, I want to know. I mean, I can understand that you do studies and the data. That's what it might show. But and I haven't read these books, and I don't have all the information. But I want to ask these people the question: is it that we're becoming more civilized, more peaceful, or is it that in this day and age there's more surveillance, more police officers in the streets, more laws, more regulations, more restrictions? You know what I'm saying? Can you behave as whatever you want, where you've been surveilled by cameras and cell phones and 24 hours a day, and whether it's basically becoming impossible to get away with crime and harsher punishment, and going to jail just becomes more expensive, and there's more consequences. Did they take that into account when when they were making these stories? That's what I want to ask people, because I want to know what's the claim. Do you say is the claim are they claiming that human beings are changing fundamentally, that we are becoming more enlightened, naturally, like people are opening, people are opening up their eyes. They see what's going on in the world. They see what's happening in the world. So everybody's just wising up and stuff like that. Or is it that that's what it seems? Because, like what I said, we live in a world where uh, you know we now everybody has a cell phone with a camera. They can catch you doing anything, and you could go to jail. You could do something now and commit a crime or whatever. 2 3 hours later, somebody got you on camera or whatever. The next thing it's police fucking knocking on your door. Before it was a little more difficult. There's cameras all over the fucking place. Everywhere you go, every mall, every shopping mall, every supermarket, every hotel, every street. You know what I'm saying? There's more police officers in the street. You know what I'm saying? Is that the reason why we're becoming more peaceful? That what it seems. It's not that we are becoming more peaceful. I don't think that human beings are fundamentally changing their biology, which is affecting their psychology, and we're becoming more enlightened. I don't think that's the case. On the contrary, I think human beings are becoming more fucking more stupid by the minute. You know what I'm saying? Just because we live in a world where it's full of cell phones and computers and a bunch of technology doesn't mean that the vast majority of human beings, are acquiring any wisdom or any knowledge, or are becoming more intelligent. Even people who go to college and got college degrees and all kinds of stuff, I don't think they become smarter. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we're making progress in the world of things, in this superficial reality that we are forced to live in. Yeah, making progress there. You know what I'm saying? But are we fundamentally evolving in consciousness? Would be the question. I don't think so. I don't think we're making any progress there. I don't think we're making any progress at all. And I don't think we're gonna make any progress whatsoever. And that's a problem. because that's going to create a division amongst human beings. You know what I'm saying? It's not wealth that is going to define, how humanity is going to be divided, but I think levels of consciousness. I think that's how the universe operates. There's some people who gonna have a higher level of consciousness. There's some people who are gonna be, attuned to the truth of the universe and to the truth of the world and of humanity. And there's just people who are going to be, just so low in the scale of consciousness, that there's gonna be a huge divide, amongst human beings. But it's not gonna be economic or anything like that. It's gonna be in consciousness, levels of consciousness. That's what's going to probably divide humanity in the future. It's not gonna be money, but I'm talking about way, way, way far away in the future. When humanity has evolved past, money and all this, and power and ego and all that. It is consciousness, levels of consciousness, that is going to determine, how we're divided and how we're organized. And I think that also reinforces the concept of holography. That there's different levels of cognition, that the people who attain the higher levels of cognition, are just are gonna leave the rest of humanity so far behind that, these people are gonna probably appear to be like magicians, just magical beings capable of doing all kinds of stuff. But the thing is gonna have to be in consciousness, the progress, the mind. Technology is useful, because we could learn more and more and more about ourselves and about the world and about the universe. But ultimately, I think that the thing that needs to be enhanced is the mind, the brain. Keep exploring, keep learning, keep expanding your consciousness. Keep reaching higher frequencies, keep reaching for that subtle energy of the universe, which is where all the wisdom of the universe resides.